I'm the master of napping jutsu, Justin.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Demon Fox energy. Ish.
I woke up this morning and my living room became a podcast. It's Hannah.
You just entered level 92 on
Geek KO! This episode of Geek KO is not brought to you by Naruto Running Club. Want to run fast and with style? Join the Naruto Running Club to outrun any ninja, escape a powerful jutsu, or infiltrate Area 51.
And you're listening to Geek KO, your Geek Trivia Podcast. You can find us on social media under the handle GKO Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So we're not in our recording space, typical recording space, which is Wayland Studios, which is very lovely, but we're in a really nice house right now. We kind of went back to our roots, and we're
Like
back
an
in the living
upgraded
room.
route. Like, it used to be garages.
It used to be garages, and back when we were Super Geek Supreme, we actually did record in Hannah's place.
Ooh.
Hannah has kind of a mic. I can
yell into the sphere, and then I'm on the podcast. But that's all I could afford to make happen.
Which is
really back to our roots.
Which is fine. I mean, like, we love Hannah's place, and it's kind of like nice to like be on a couch instead of just like a rickety chair.
A rickety chair.
But how are you doing?
Doing okay. Look at all those corks.
Oh, are you taking pictures right now?
Yeah,
of like,
this is gonna come out. This is gonna be a time thing. I'm doing all right. I think I'm getting a little sick. I don't know, but it's like, like when you feel it and you're like fighting it back.
Well, we'll try to get through this Naruto podcast quick so we can get some rest. So let's go ahead and open up our NBOSS door. Behind the NBOSS door is the director of the upcoming short film Blue Suit, Kevin J. Nguyen. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you are a huge fan of Naruto from what you're
Naruto.
told me. Yeah.
Naruto.
But wait, am I saying it wrong?
You said Naruto?
Naruto. Not
You said
Naruto.
Naruto.
Did I? Okay,
Naruto.
you're going to find this out quickly, listener. This is actually my first time watching the show, so I apologize in advance for losing to Josh over here.
I will see.
But we're going to find out how much I actually picked up by jumping into
Round 1.
Naruto. So it's funny because I actually taken Japanese in college. So Naruto, right? Naruto.
Yeah, I just remember when it first hit, like, in America, and it was on Toonami, and then everybody was like, it was like Naruto. And I was like, no, it's Naruto.
Naruto. Oh, it's just the way that you...
Stress is like earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. People would be like, Naruto. And it's like, no, it's Naruto.
Naruto. I'm going to just say it like over and over. So go ahead and start us off with round 1.
So first question. Yeah. All right. So this is a pretty easy question, I think. And
okay.
The first question is, what scrolls did Team 7 open when they got to the tower after finishing the Forest of Death?
Oh, man.
I believe it was the Heaven and Earth scrolls.
That is correct.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I guess this is going to be Ish's game today. So, whoopsie.
All right.
Second question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who appeared when Team 7 opened the Heaven and Earth scrolls?
Forgot his name already.
Eruka Sensei.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I only got like maybe a few names memorized, so this is gonna be bad.
There are a lot of names.
There are a lot of names.
And that's
especially if you've
why
never seen it before.
The Chunin Exams are so great because you're introduced to like all the characters that you come to know and love.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Next question. What jutsu was Sasuke's Lion's Barrage copied from?
Oh crap. It was. Wasn't it? Wait. Sasuke. He copied. What's his face? Crap. I don't know his name.
You're thinking of Rock Lee?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's asking what the jutsu is.
What's the jutsu that he copied?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know that one.
All right.
He copied the primary lotus.
That is correct.
Jeez. I swear I watched this, you guys. I did. I studied.
It was a lot of material.
Yeah, it was,
It's ambitious. I was like, yeah.
Did you watch it in Japanese or English?
I watched it half in Japanese, half in English. Like when I was doing other stuff, I was watching it a dub.
Okay.
But like when I was actually sitting down and watching it, I was watching subs.
Okay.
So it was a nice balance. Don't come at me. Sub not dub war.
Okay. I'll hold my opinions to myself. All right. This next question is, how did Sakura overcome Ino's mind transfer jutsu?
Do you want to go for that one?
Overcome
The mind transfer jutsu.
Oh God, I don't. Go ahead.
It's triggered by Naruto yelling at her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so annoying."
Oh,
but essentially,
right.
sheer willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and as kind of like a follow-up to that, what kind of like manifests inside Sakura to get Ino out?
Her other, I think they refer to it like her like another soul, or like her inner like
Yes. Inner
spirit,
Sakura.
something. Yeah, her inner self.
Yes.
I feel like you guys should just talk to this whole thing. I mean, I do remember that scene where like she's like well, he always starts yelling at people. That's all I know of him. He just yells, and then like, man, he's so annoying. He's like, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to another round of fights. How did Shikamaru win against Kin in the end?
Remind me who this is again.
Shikamaru is actually probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
In Naruto.
Which one is he?
He's the ponytail guy with the shadow jutsu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
He stretches out his shadow jutsu along the string that the girl has, and then he knocks her out by using the wall behind her.
Yes. Correct. Okay, this one may be an easy one.
Okay.
It's a name though.
Oh boy.
But I think it's pretty easy, but I'm also like a nerd for Naruto. What is Kiba's dog's name?
Oh.
Come on, Justin.
Starts with an A.
We're throwing you a bone.
I'm like trying to like go through like my Japanese lessons in Atsui. No,
You're getting there.
Akami, Akumi, Akamai.
It's funny that you're saying like almost other
Dang
names and
it!
stuff.
You've got the first part.
Aku.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, you tell me A. So like, go ahead.
But you got the K.
Yeah.
It was it? Oh, good.
No, go.
I'm wondering if I can remember it now. Was it Akamaru?
Yes.
Okay. Akamaru.
Yes.
I just remember like I was so pissed when like Naruto is not gonna like freaking kill the dog, is he?
Oh no.
But he tricks the owner into punching
Yeah,
his
that's
own
still
dog.
as bad.
But it's a human dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's like
Kiba.
punching himself, and this happens to be his dog.
it's still a dog.
Well, this is a good follow-up then. How did Naruto overtake the match against Kiba?
He transformed into him, and then also transformed the dog into him, and then so everyone was confused, and if he like attacked him himself, it would still like be hurt. I don't know. That was such a long-winded answer.
But like what did Naruto accidentally do that really got
There's one move that he did that like basically guaranteed the victory.
Yeah.
Oh, he farted.
You got it. Yes.
That's hilarious. Does he typically do things like that?
No, that was actually like in fights, that's probably the one and only time he's ever done that.
That's
in the entire series.
hilarious. I remember when that happened, I was like, wait, this is a turn.
Yeah,
Of like just the tone itself of like the whole arc is like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I guess they do that.
he is the most unpredictable ninja.
Yes,
So
and that's what he's
Hilarious.
known for.
yeah.
Okay. All right, I got one. I got the fart question right.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, this next one might be an easy one, and Justin, maybe you can get this one.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But this next question is, what is Hinata and Neji's relation to each other?
And they're in the same family or the same clan. Or
okay.
like the branch. Hinata is like the main branch. Or
okay.
The main one, and like the other dude, I forgot his name, is like some sect. I don't know.
Yes.
The same family.
But like, okay, they're in the family. And what is their like actual relation to each other?
They're
the
like
family?
cousins.
Correct.
Okay,
Oh, that's
cool.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Way to
good
go.
job.
Long story short.
Great. All right.
Yeah. If they were to add each other on Facebook, what category would they put them in?
Yes. Acquaintances, close friends.
Right.
All right. What did Rock Lee do to increase his speed in his match against Gaara? Justin, I'll give
He
you that
took
one.
off weights.
Yes, he did.
Ooh,
Right?
good job.
Yeah.
Man.
I forgot like where it came from. Like, was it ankles or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
What
It's
is
like
that?
leg
Wasn't
weights.
there like another film that did that too? Like he had like weights on. Never mind. I always think of like Princess Bride, where it was like I was left-handed.
All right. This is the final question of this round, right? So, what convinces Choji to fight his match?
And all-you-can-eat barbecue.
Oh right.
That's it. Honestly, same. If I
Yeah,
was in
no,
the position,
for
I'd be
real.
like, "You're gonna treat me? Yeah, I'll do this.
Yeah,
I'll
and
fight to the death for food."
From what I remember, I did it that for free. From what I remember, that match was like the shortest, and they took
Yeah.
him out anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the first round. Ish, what are our scores so far?
I'm sitting at 8. You got 3.
All right. So I have a lot of catching up to do. But before we do that,
Before we do that, Hannah has a question. Do you want honey and cream in your coffee?
No thanks. I'll just like honey.
Just the honey?
Honey and black.
Okay.
Oh.
I stepped on that.
Yes, Justin.
So, welcome to the show, Kevin.
Yes.
So, before we jump into our topic, you are a director of the upcoming short film Blue Suit, which
Yes.
you can you describe what Blue Suit is and like what it's about?
Yeah, so Blue Suit is a short film that I wrote and directed, inspired from some things that happened in my life, and it's a coming-of-age film where the main character wants to confess his feelings for his friend, but his friend is moving across the country the next day. So just when he finally has the courage to confess his feelings to his friend's friends surprises him with a going-away party. So now he has to navigate this party to confess his feelings for him.
And you said it was based on a true story.
Yeah, it was like the starting off point was
Uh-huh.
based on something that happened to me. I had major feels for this one dude, and then he moved across the country, and I never got to tell him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
It
now's
is
your
what it
chance. He's probably listening on the podcast
Oh,
right
yes.
now.
From what I heard, he's a big fan.
and you currently work at Snapchat right now, but
Correct,
in
yes.
a past job life, people might know you from
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed, and you happen to appear in a few of the videos, right?
Yeah. My trajectory in my career has been fairly interesting, being from Jubilee Media and then going to BuzzFeed and then being a producer, manager, supervising producer at BuzzFeed. And at BuzzFeed, you kind of did everything. You like wrote, you directed, you set up the lights, all that stuff. You edited, and you also get to be like on-screen talent. So you might have seen my face on the interwebs, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I mean,
There's a lot of wacky things I've done, and I tell people, don't YouTube me, please.
Oh boy, but now,
But now that life, that's a past life for me, and I work at Snapchat now.
Well, is there like some videos that you actually like doing, or like some videos that like were popular that people might know you from?
Yeah, I think I like to say I'm like relatively well known in the Asian American space, but specifically like Asian middle schoolers.
Asian middle schoolers.
Yeah, I think they're the ones who are just like trying to pass time. And
Right.
when I was like peaking at BuzzFeed as like talent, I think that was when they were just like, YouTube, we love it, let's watch it. And then they're like, oh, we like this guy. And I think like I usually get spotted for like the videos where I'm like talking about being Vietnamese. And so like I think what was it called, like 6 things every Vietnamese person would know, or like when I did a tasty video and I cooked like my shaking beef recipe.
That's cool. You were in a tasty video. I love tasty.
Yeah, you
my
can watch
God.
it. I'm pretty tame in that. There are other videos I wasn't really tame in. Actually, yesterday I spent like going down memory lane and watching a few videos I was
nice.
in, and I was like, oh man, I did this.
So what are your other? So we already know that you're a big fan of Naruto.
Yes, you said it correctly.
Yes. Had to say that for like 5
When in
times.
doubt, to say it like Sasuke and be like, Naruto!
Yes.
But what are your other geek disciplines? I mean, you're a big anime fan, I assume.
Yeah.
What kind of anime you're in, and other than anime, what are you into?
Yeah. You know, I got into anime like when Naruto like came to the States. And during that time I was like, wait, I love this so much. And I watched like I grew up watching like Sailor Moon and Pokemon and like all of that and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, baby's first animes.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
No,
And-
that's my only anime right now.
What? We need to diversify.
I
Justin.
know. I mean, we do it on the show once in a while.
I keep telling them we need to do a My Hero Academia
Oh my gosh,
episode.
yeah. So
Eventually.
currently I'm watching that show and I love it so much.
So good.
And I've watched a lot of anime. During my Naruto era, I was watching like Bleach. And it was like, you know, hand in hand. You had to be watching like either of those. And like One Piece, but at that point One Piece I think had like 200 episodes or something. I'm like, I can't catch up.
It's still going on.
It's still going on.
Naruto
And
has at least ended before
Yeah.
making a sequel.
Yeah, right. I can't with One Piece. I think it's wonderful. I just like there's too much to catch up on.
Oh yeah, it'll be a journey.
Right.
Like, if you were to give someone who has never watched the show before an elevator pitch, just so you can try to get them or entice them to watch it, what would you tell them?
For Naruto?
Yeah.
Jeez. There's so much that happens in Naruto that putting in like a pitch is like difficult. But essentially what Naruto is it's set in the village of ninjas, and we focus on Naruto, the main character, who is a Jinchuriki, which means that in this world, the ninja world, there are beasts that hold a lot of power, and they're essentially like implanted into humans. And Naruto has the 9 tails, which is the strongest. And he faces a lot of discrimination and is an outcast, but he wants to prove that he can be the Hokage, which is the kind of like the leader of the village.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that part, because well, you gave us an assignment of like of watching the Chunin exams.
The Chunin exams.
And like did a little bit of light research of just like what is it in general, but like that's interesting that like I didn't know that, you know, each one had like a beast inside them, and like Naruto had like
the 9 tails.
the 9 tails, and that's like more powerful, but he was still an outcast.
Yeah, so they're heavily discriminated against. So Gaara actually has the 1 tails.
Yeah, the sand guy.
The same
Okay.
guy.
He
So
also
that's
has-
why he has so much power, and Naruto has so much power.
Uh-huh.
If you were to continue watching the Chunin exams, so what I assigned you was to watch the preliminary matches, which is a great taste of like seeing all the characters. But then they go on to like the actual 3rd round, and pretty much, spoiler alert, you end up seeing Gaara versus Naruto, and it's just kind of like the battle of the beasts.
Okay.
And that's the first time you would have ever seen in the series, like these 2 Jinchurikis like fighting against each other.
Before we continue on in this discussion for like what you had us watch, Ish, what is your first experience of like Naruto?
It's basically very similar to you, Kevin. I think it was around the time it kind of started airing on like Toonami or
Yeah.
something like that, along with One Piece. I probably got into One Piece like right before it, and then it was, you know, kind of like how Bleach was like Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto were like the top 3 shonens.
Right.
Like they're the kings basically. And then
What gravitated you toward the show?
I don't know. I think that was like around the time like I was starting to get into more anime. Like you, I had a lot of my baby's first animes and stuff. I had like Beyblade and Metabots and stuff as well.
Man, I love Beyblade.
Yeah. And then so I started watching. So I started getting into that, and then because I'd either miss episodes or they wouldn't air, I would find them online, and then that's kind of where I learned the difference in like some quality differences between sub animes and dub animes.
Yeah.
Which it's a very. I feel like we could have a whole nother podcast talking about that thing.
Yeah.
But
We had a guest. One of our guests was what was his name? No, Max. Our guest Max, but like he was on One Punch Man, but he played.
Oh, he was the English voice for One Punch Man.
We haven't done that episode yet, but
Whoa, that's exciting.
Oh, yeah. I remember. I think I looked at his like IMDb, and he does like a lot.
yeah, he's gonna be in the next the iteration of Lion. What is it called? The Lion now. That show with freaking the lion
Lion-O?
dude. Thundercats.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say like dub. I feel like nowadays, I mean, I still don't watch really dub, but I feel like dub nowadays is better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
And back in the day, like during the Naruto, like coming to Toonami and whatnot, like they heavily censored the show too. And so like you wouldn't actually get like the full breadth of what the show had. Like when they would make the show in Japan, like they already censored it from the manga because it's like most of the time really violent. But then like when they bring it to the States, they like censor it even more. Like they like
Neji's
like
mark.
sign on his forehead, and then like the blood and like like how people get killed.
And then a lot there's still because like a lot of like Japanese voice acting is very like unique compared to like American voice acting.
Yeah.
It's like there's like pitches and like characteristics in the voices that a lot of Americans haven't really been able to duplicate.
Right.
And so a lot of times they'll give like characters like Naruto or Luffy and stuff like really like raspy voices and like there's some that are just like way off the rails and you're like, what am I listening to?
It's also just like the translations, right?
Right.
Like, in Japanese, and like for Naruto's whole thing is that he says "datebayo," and like when they translated that, he says it pretty often throughout the series. But when they put it in English, they kept making him say "believe it," and that was like this like chalkboard, like someone.
Well, it was
with
interesting that
nails.
you're saying this because like I think there was a point where like I had both the dub and the subtitles on at the same time.
Yeah.
But like I remember getting confused because they were saying one thing, but then there was like something else as like I was like getting confused, so I had to turn off like one of them in order to like try to follow.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting too because our last episode we did was best picture nominations. Obviously one of it is Parasite, and then there's it's so funny to see the sub not dub thing like debate play out with people who don't watch anime. But like there's also things that are also lost in translation, just even in just like those mainstream films as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What made you gravitate toward the show, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, like, I just remembered, like, seeing the previews for it and, like, commercials and whatnot on, like, Cartoon Network and, like, Toonami. And then I, like, decided to give it a shot. I watched it, and I was just, like, immediately fell in love with it because I just love all things Asian. I'm very unapologetically Asian American.
Hey, good for you, man.
And so, like, as a kid who wasn't surrounded by like a big Asian American community, I felt like I could find community by watching this, and it was just so like fresh. I felt like unique, like taking the concept of like ninjas and like really putting it on its head, and like the characters were like so interesting and like had cool powers and whatnot. And I mean, like I grew up watching a lot of like shonen anyways, so it's just like, oh, like ninjas in this way, and it's like funny but like unique and fresh. And I was like, I mean, like Naruto shaped like what anime and manga would become in this next generation. Like it's a huge deal.
And you mentioned it a little bit before of why you assigned this the Shinin exams, or at least the preliminaries or whatever. So like before we go on to our second round, I want to can you go into more detail of like why you chose this particular arc for us?
Yeah, for sure. So like the thing is, I was actually grappling with which arc to assign you, because I was like, like this one's like really good, but this one's like the Land of Waves arc was like the first arc. And then I was like, but the Chunin exams like goes through so much material and like so many different characters. And I was like, if you're a newbie, like you will obviously please watch like the like Land of Waves arc, but like the Chunin exam arcs, I feel like really showed you like all these characters, all the characters that would like become like quintessential to like the rest of the show, and really shapes kind of like where our main character goes, like with Naruto and how he navigates the rest of the series with his friends, and then in conjunction with how Sasuke is kind of a foil to that. And like this arc is really where you see Sasuke kind of like diverge away from like what Naruto is.
Okay. Because I remember watching it, and like when you first assigned it to us, I noticed that like, oh wait, we're not starting from the beginning. How am I ever going to like learn everyone? But then you did bring up the point earlier about how these were great, because I mean, it seemed like a bottle episode almost, because they're still like in the same location throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then, and then they had the classic like stereotypical, it takes like two episodes to screw in a light bulb kind of thing.
Yep.
But the thing about it is like the flashbacks really help dive into the background of each character.
Yeah.
I guess. And like, if I were to watch it more, like I would probably see like, oh, these are the characters I'm gonna start like enjoying and everything.
And they're like their relationships to one another too.
Right.
Like Naruto's relationship to everybody that participated in Chunin exams becomes like a great foundation for like literally the rest of the series.
Really interesting.
Yeah, so this sets up a lot for the future.
Okay. Well, we're gonna jump into
Round 2.
All right. So hopefully, I mean, I know that these are gonna be harder. Maybe there's a lot more farting type questions that I can get. We'll see.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Hannah is totally rolling her eyes right now.
All right. Should we go into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So this first question of the second round, you kind of answered without me actually asking, but I'm gonna re-ask it, but I want like the actual names.
Okay.
So what's the name of the two parts in the Hyuga clan?
Two parts.
There's like there's the branch family, and then the royal family, or the head family.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's like the main and the branch.
Main branch, yeah.
Oh, is that what they were called? Because when they said branch, I thought it was like, oh, that's kind of like their family tree. It's just part of the branch.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Oh, but that's their actual name.
But there was actually, yeah.
Okay.
That's very popular in like Japanese mafia stuff. Those like branch families and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because that one was a little bit easier.
Ooh.
I'll go into a more detailed question with that.
Okay.
What is the purpose of the main and branch family in the Hyuga clan?
Oh man. I remember like kind of reading it, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, Justin.
One cooks for the other.
I mean, not untrue.
Oh, is
But
it like they're like servants or something like that?
To a much like higher degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember like how they worded it, because I was very tired when I watched it.
Maybe like describe what.
Yeah. Is it like kind of like a way to like keep order and like a prominent like figurehead and like a status in the clan?
Yeah, in some ways. So the primary function of it is to really keep all the secrets of the Hyuga clan within itself. And so like the Hyuga clan has a Byakugan, which is a special eye jutsu similar to the Sharingan. And so like because the Byakugan is so powerful, people all over the world try to like kidnap Hyuga folks to like steal their secrets and their jutsu. And so essentially the branch family acts as like the first line of defense.
Yeah.
So like in that case, like they will always defend the main branch. And in the case that like a branch family member like gets captured or whatnot, their seal that they have on their forehead can activate and they'll die before like anybody can like dig into what the jutsu is.
Is that is that the thing that they wear on the foreheads for?
No.
No.
That's just a normal headband.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. It didn't happen in here, but I think later on, Neji actually takes off his headband, and you see the symbol.
Okay, gotcha.
You see it. I believe you see it in the actual third round when Naruto and Neji fight.
Yeah.
He reveals it to him.
Okay, good to
My
know.
favorite episodes of GKO are Josh's.
When I don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
And the ninja showed up.
Jeez.
All right. Next question. What's the final gate that Lee opens? Oh, okay, Justin.
Is it the? Wait, isn't it like the death gate or something like that?
Ooh.
No. Oh.
What number gate? Give me a number.
It's funny that
The death one is 8. I just know that.
I was gonna say the death gate is the last one, but not the one he
but it's not-
opens.
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
Because otherwise he would have probably died.
And he almost did too.
Practically.
Right.
I can't remember the name, but it was the 5th gate.
Yes, correct. The 5th gate
Was
is
it-
right, and there's many translations
Is it
to
pain?
it. It's like gate of limit or gate of closing. There's also a different
That's
one
right.
too, but there's so many different names for these.
Yeah, I wrote down a couple too because I looked it up just to like double check. And I'm like, man.
But it's a 5th gate, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
So he was only 3 away from the gate of death.
At least I knew what the gates were.
Yes, I was
At least
very
you knew that
impressed,
they were
Justin. Very impressed. All right, this one's getting a little bit more nitpicky. How many clones does Naruto summon to assist him with the Naruto Uzumaki barrage?
I'm just going to guess off the top of my head, it's probably 6.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Dang it.
Wrong.
I can't remember. I'm gonna say 4 clones.
Correct.
Wait, maybe I'm just thinking like 4 and then him and then...
That would be 5 though.
I just remember there's one for like each one for like each syllable of his last name.
Yeah.
Hannah is frustrated.
Justin didn't study Naruto or math.
Are you even really Asian?
No, it's all an act.
All right. This next question is, when Sakura and Ino put on their headbands on their foreheads, what did that signify?
I don't even know if I fully know it. That they're fighting each other as equals.
That is literally what I have in my notes.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
See, I was literally about to say that because that's what it feels like, but I thought I was just like making it up.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the first time that they acknowledged that they were both equals as
Right.
kunoichis.
I mean, that was a good backstory, and then I sort of liked how it ended, but I kind of wish that like there was an outcome. It was like, come on, they were like both tough. Someone should have like won.
I know. I was
But-
pulling for Sakura.
Oh yeah, me too.
But at the same time, they were both like some of the least interesting characters of the
Oh
show.
really? Is that why they have him dance at the very end of the show?
Oh, for the ending? Well, okay. Hot take and maybe unpopular opinion, but I actually love Sakura. And like, I think what her character represents is, like, Masashi Kishimoto has mentioned this, that Sakura represents like the ordinary human, and she essentially is kind of like our vehicle as ordinary people to be like, if we
Okay.
were in this world, if we worked hard, could we get somewhere? And she's
Okay.
gotten pretty far in like part 2. I mean, there's some things I'm just like, poor writing on Kishimoto's part.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, she has a lot of potential. But was it ever utilized in the series?
Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
at the end of the series, she has a good resume.
She does.
She has a
really
good
does.
resume.
She does. She does a lot. Not like people,
But
like
it's
to
not
bash on her.
used very well.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Okay.
There was so much good setup that could have been. Anyways, I could talk for 30 minutes on just Sakura. All right.
There's a meme. If I could find it, I'd definitely watch it.
Next question. What does the gentle fist aim to do?
Oh.
Justin?
Is that the whole thing about like just damaging internal organs or something.
Close.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
Where they are targeting chakras.
Yes.
Yes. There we go.
Chakras.
Hell yeah.
To block chakra points.
Yeah. I like when they pull up diagrams.
They do that a
Oh,
lot. in the
I'm
beginning.
learning about fake anatomy.
Yes. All right. Okay, this next question is, what did Tamari want to unveil before making her final move against Tenten?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What did Tamari want to unveil before making her final move against Tenten?
I barely remember that fight. That was the one.
It's pretty quick.
It was a quick one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love Tamari too.
She's so badass.
And that's why, and that's because I really like Shikamaru, so I definitely immediately ship them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it
It's
worked out.
And it worked out?
It's the pink girl, right?
No.
Tenten it wears pink.
Yeah.
She's the one with the two buttons.
She's, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Not-
I'm just
not the
trying
pink
to.
hair,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to figure out like the two.
Yeah, Tamari has the fan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She threw a lot of sharp objects.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't there like something about moons? Like I'm gonna
Okay.
reveal the fourth, fifth, third moon or whatever. Is that what the answer is?
You're so close. Finish off.
Is that
Give me
your
a
final answer?
Give me a final answer here.
When the third moon reveals, I'm going to kill you.
Okay, essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
it. Yeah, you got
perfect.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
I like how you went 4th, 5th, 6th, and then back to 3.
That's why I was just like, you've almost got it.
I'm like,
All right.
Yes.
I'm glad that you guys are all cool and me just working out the answer.
You know, gotta throw you some.
it's like the
bones.
final round on Wheel of Fortune. Just talk it through.
Yeah. All right. This next one. Oh, this one might be a little bit hard for you.
Okay, I'm
Justin.
gonna put down my buzzer now.
Just talk it out.
Yeah, just talk it out, and we'll get there. All right. So, what are the bugs in Shino called?
Oh, I know there's some type of beetle, but I don't know what
There's
they're
like
called.
a special name that he calls them.
Yeah, I don't know that one then.
Oh, I think I wrote it down. It was like a chakra parasite.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It eats the enemy's chakras.
You know what? But I think I was watching a dub version of that. So when I heard the word beetle.
That's where you went
I know.
wrong.
I know.
That's
Dang
where you
it.
went wrong.
I wonder what defines a bug as a beetle.
The what?
Like, what makes a bug a beetle
Oh.
specifically, I wonder.
I know nothing about
Oh,
bugs.
I don't know. If there's any entomologists out there.
Yeah, tune in.
Yeah.
All right. This next one is another name one. What is Kankuro's puppet's name called?
Oh. I forgot
I
about that
definitely
whole
don't
thing.
know this one.
No. Lamb chop.
Okay, no. That is incorrect.
Muppets.
His name's Konkuro. It's his name backwards.
The same thing.
No.
I'm like, how would I say that? No, not even gonna try.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
The puppet's name is Korasu.
Korasu.
Korasu. Wait, that means something. In
A lot of Japanese words
never
do.
mind. Yeah, probably.
I always get his puppets mixed up, but maybe
He has multiple?
Later on, he
eventually
gets
gets
2 more.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think this one's the Black Crow. I might be incorrect in that. That might be the second.
Either way, we didn't get it.
Yeah, you
We didn't get
it.
any of his puppets.
No.
All right. Next thing. What does Kakashi do to Sasuke after his match?
Oh.
He helps seal the curse.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
It was funny. I was rewatching this, and my brother comes over, and he's seen Naruto and stuff as well. And then, so he comes over, and I'm like, imagine if this scene is your first exposure to Naruto.
Honestly, it's low-key kind of homoerotic.
But it's like, imagine like saying what Naruto is, and then seeing that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there were supposed to be ninjas.
Sasuke's just
What is this
shirtless
blood
and-
magic?
in the middle of this dark room, and then there's like this much older guy right behind him. You know, like no context.
And then he
it's kind of weird.
and then he touches them.
yeah.
Oh.
And then he screams. Ugh.
Yeah. And then
like
a
Satan
different,
worship.
even older guy comes in.
And then this creepy dude from the shadows. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh my god, I need someone to like just translate that whole episode of what you're doing right now. Or just saying. That's all. I don't know.
All right. This is the final question of this round.
Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of math involved, Justin.
Oh
so I hope you're
boy.
prepared.
5.
How many? Excuse me. How many of the rookie 9 make it to the next round?
Oh, wait.
Talk it through.
Wait. So the next round, as in the third round, right?
Yeah. Who won their
Past
matches?
the
I want
preliminaries.
Specifically the rookie 9.
specifically the rookie 9.
Yes.
Oh.
So you have to know who the rookie 9 are.
Oh,
Spoilers are
okay.
9 of them.
Yes. There's none of them.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that they're from the same tribe, maybe. Because I know there's.
In your head, that might be correct.
I'm gonna say 3.
Close.
Ugh, dang
But
it.
incorrect.
Let me see here. It's Naruto, Sasuke, Shikamaru, and then not who else is in their teams?
There's some big
Not Choji,
analyzing
not
memes going on
Ino.
right now.
Not Hinata. Shino passed,
Mm-hmm.
and who else is?
You're really
And then
trying super hard for this.
what number did you say, Justin?
I said 3.
I'm gonna say 4 then.
That is correct.
Nice.
Of the rookie 9.
So wait, well, who are the rookie 9 again? Or like, what is the definition of that?
So the rookie 9 are the newest class of Genins.
Okay.
And so in the ninja world, there's a hierarchy of your ranks. So Naruto and his team and everybody in the Chunin exams, they're essentially in the Chunin exams to go up a rank. So they're all Genins.
Okay.
Trying to become Chunins. And the rookie 9 is specifically the ones in the Leaf Village, but the ones who recently became Genin, and this is their first round going into the Chunin exams.
Okay.
So that's Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Ino, Shikamaru, Choji, and Hinata, Shino, and Kiba.
Gotcha. So the ones with the same headband.
Yes and no.
Oh,
Yeah. There are others with that headband that aren't part of the rookie 9.
So,
Gotcha.
for example,
Rock Lee.
Rock Lee, Tenten, and Neji weren't freshly Genins. They were Genins like way before the rookie 9, but this is their first round of going to the Chunin exams.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I have a lot to learn.
Yes,
more.
but they're
yeah.
collectively they're known as the Konoha 12. Is the name.
And then collectively even more out than their.
The ninja universe.
All right. Well, that was the second round. We're gonna find out our points after this sponsor break.
This episode of GKO is not brought to you by Ninja Tool Surplus. Do you find yourself constantly running out of equipment as if you're just throwing it away? Well, be sure to restock before the next world-ending catastrophe takes place. We have everything from throwable windmill blades to all-terrain travel-sized tea delivery containers. Ninja Tool Surplus. Believe it.
All right. And after that second round, what are our scores, Ish?
Looks like 14-5.
So I'm gonna try to catch up on my end boss round, but we're gonna talk one more time with these two. So so out of all these episodes in this arc, what is your favorite episode, or like even your favorite battle? Like me, that is the novice here. I'll just say I do like the Hinata. Is that her name?
Hinata and Neji.
Yeah, that was like heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah.
But how about your guys's?
Specifically in this arc, right? The Chunin exam.
Yeah.
Man, I have so many favorite fights from this little area. But one of them is the Hinata versus Neji, because it is so heartbreaking, and I love Hinata so much. I think I love a good underdog story,
Right,
and she
yeah.
really just went for it, even though she's not necessarily the most powerful, and going against like a prodigy from her clan. It was so good. And then I said it earlier, but I'm a big fan of Sakura, and I really enjoy seeing Sakura fight. Episode 32, which isn't in this little arc that I gave you, but right before this, in the Forest of Death, you really see Sakura shine for the first time. in the entire series.
And
where
then
she,
just
like,
goes out.
Yep, and that's it. But like, I just like her character so much because it represents like so much is going against her, and she's not like considered like one of the gifted kids.
And I really like what you said, how like she's kind of like what we would like a normal person would be.
Yeah, if we like worked really hard, studied really hard to like try to be something. Yeah, those two fights were really fun for me. I also really, of course, like Gaara versus Rock Lee. That's a classic.
That was a good. Yeah, I like that fight. Like
It was so good, well animated in certain parts. It was like really great.
How about you, Ish?
Actually, mine was going to be the Gaara versus Rock Lee fight because it's just the fight. It's the fight that sticks out the most. Like it's been, by this time, every song has been put into AMV for it.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've watched so many AMVs.
Explain what that is?
An anime music video.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like this huge, I don't know if it's as big now, but back in the day, like when YouTube was just starting off, people would just like edit clips from the show and sync it to music. And like I would spend hours just watching like good AMVs. It's like so good.
Yeah. Back in the days.
The creepiest for me was definitely the beetle one and how he defeated him. It's like, ew, the beetles crawled into him? That's gross.
You know what's even worse is that in the manga, so like Shino like implanted his bugs into Zaku's like air pipes in his hands. Well, in the manga, they take it up a notch, and essentially like it's so clogged up. When that happens, like Zaku's arm falls off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's gruesome.
I hear that even the Pokemon manga is like so much more sadistic than the actual like animation. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So like obviously there's a long history of Naruto. I know one stereotype that I hear from the show is that there's like a bunch of filler episodes and everything. And I mean, honestly, like I said, I've never watched it before, but like that's one thing that I hear about it. But is there any other like storylines or story arcs that like you enjoy yourself, or like, if someone like me were to continue to watch, what I could look forward to in the series?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like as big of a number as this is, it's like the first 130-ish episodes or so, because there is filler, but like it's not entire filler arcs. I think there may be one, but like essentially after the Sasuke retrieval arc, it was just like filler mania until we like jump into like the final 10 episodes of Naruto before going to Shippuden. But I personally, I always have a soft spot for the Land of Waves arc because it's the very first arc, and it establishes like Naruto as a character in the context of this world. And then the characters who are in there are just like really beloved. And then of course, like after you finish the Chunin exams and whatnot, like the Sasuke retrieval arc is like that is pretty much then like the rest of the entire series. Yeah. Like the Sasuke retrieval. And like that sets up the entirety of like Shippuden, which is like the time skip when they all grow up. So yeah.
Oh, they do a time skip.
Yeah, they do a time skip. There's like a 3-year time skip into the future. And there's like a lot of things that happened, and then cool things that happened too. And then I would say like if we want to go into the Shippuden, which is like after the time skip, the Pain Invasion arc was stellar.
Okay. And there's been movies too, right?
Yes, there has been. Pretty sure they're all filler though.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously if I really got into this, I would watch it, but like, but this is probably not essential to like the main storyline.
No, not really.
Like the Pokemon movies.
Yeah, I mean, I probably only saw a couple of the movies, and they're very standalone.
They really are. I enjoyed watching them because the production value obviously was like much higher, and I enjoyed it for the cool fight scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you just want to see a cool fight and stuff, yeah, definitely.
So has there been any, like, obviously there's been like cultural impact, like what type of cultural impact has there been, and also what kind of personal impacts has it been in your guys' life, if any?
I mean, culturally, it's just like it's put ninjas on like the radar in a different way that we're used to. Like old like media would be like ninjas are like the folks dressed in all black and they throw shuriken and like. But the ninjas in Naruto are not that at all. They like like Sakura has bright pink hair, you know, like you stand out.
It's funny because like they talk about like being the what was it, the kunoichi, the kunoichis, yeah, and it's like oh, you guys are gonna be spies. It's like, but everyone knows you. Like it's like you're very like public and stuff.
Right.
Naruto's wearing orange.
Yeah, bright orange
and loud
and very loud.
These are some of the loudest ninjas you've ever seen.
But like culturally, it's just like kind of become this phenomenon into the world, and just like how like these headbands are like so like standard now.
Because here's the thing, like I mean, again, I've never watched it until now. I didn't even know it even ended. Like, I thought it was still going on because people are still talking about it. People are freaking running Area 51 with like the Naruto run. And like, they're still like freaking, is it TikTok, like videos of like, you know, high schoolers doing what, like Naruto stuff or whatever. Yeah. Naruto. Naruto.
I mean, like you mentioned it, right? Like the cultural phenomenon that is like, I mean, like what was it, a year or two ago where like people were storming Area 51 doing like the Naruto run. Like that like blows my mind that Naruto has transcended out of my childhood to being this thing that like kids nowadays, like Gen Z kids are like, yeah, we're gonna Naruto run. Like they know what that is, you know?
Was there any like impact in your life that like you know, obviously you're like a walking Naruto like encyclopedia. Yeah. But like, is there anything about the show that you attribute to in your own life?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Naruto really was the reason why it like anchored me into like this special form of storytelling, and then like just being like very fantastical and very like emotionally driven, but also being very character driven. It kind of like early on shaped me into wanting to tell stories, which then eventually evolved to me wanting to become like a filmmaker and a creative in the content space. And so that Naruto is like one of the very first impacts and entry points for me to even want to storytell.
It's very cool. Ish, did you have any like personal impacts?
I'm like trying to remember, like I'm sure it has, but like it's been like so long and already so like smoothly ingrained where it's like
true.
Is it directly related or is it like, but I do know because I really like the Sharingan because it was like super OP and just you know, it looked cool and stuff.
Right.
I actually kind of helped train myself to like visually like analyze things a lot better. So it actually made me a better visual learner. And like because around a little after I got into dance for a little bit, so sometimes when so I got really good at learning moves like backwards and like right like immediately. So like someone would be facing me and it's like either like sometimes they'll want you to mirror them or they won't know how to do it backwards, so they'll like face me and then do it the correct way, and then I have to like do it opposite what they're doing. So
that's cool. I never actually heard of anyone like using a show to like actually, you know, do some kind of physical activity.
I mean, I think it also helped because I was already active in like sports and stuff, so like I had pretty good like muscle memory and like retention and stuff.
I'll say similarly, actually, now that you brought that up, that reminds me, Naruto is probably one of the biggest reasons why I went into martial arts.
That's cool.
And like, I went into martial arts and I was just like, I want to like fight like Naruto. And I can't fight like Naruto, obviously, but like I like studied like Taekwondo and whatnot. And the entire time I remember,
except
like,
mine was Ninja Turtles.
I remember like sparring and whatnot and like learning like how to fight. I would envision myself in the Naruto world.
That's amazing.
And you know, like I had mentioned I'm like I like telling stories and whatnot, and so I like made my own like Naruto character, like if I was in the Naruto verse.
Always.
Like, right? Like we all did.
Everyone does that. Like,
and so I
any
did that.
Story.
And so I was like, oh yeah, like when I started, I was like 12, and then like when I got my black belt, I was 15, which is convenient because that was kind of like the time skip. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna start off weak in part 1, but in part 2, I'm gonna be like a badass because I learned Taekwondo.
I think Hannah has something to say, but before we do that, final thoughts. I think it's funny how like majority, like 90% of the show is like inner dialogue. I'm just like wondering, it's like, okay, they're all standing there right now waiting for a move. I wonder if like how it's like to be actually in the room. It's like, why is everyone quiet right now and no one's moving?
It's funny because you know, like culturally, you know, talk about cultural impacts. It's such a good like representation of anime, like of its time and stuff, because like there's all the anime tropes. It's the inner dialogue for like ever, the fight scenes that, you know, go on for a bunch of episodes, the constantly shouting names back and forth at each other, like it's all there.
And then he farts.
Like in like the I'm stronger than you, but no, I'm stronger. Oh wait, here's my hidden technique. Oh no, I'm secretly stronger. Oh, but my sensei believed in me.
Yeah. Anime has definitely taken on a different form and has evolved now.
Do you have any other final thoughts, Ish?
I started watching Boruto a little bit ago.
Yeah, me too.
It's actually really good.
Is that a
You like
sequel
it?
or
I
a
really
spin-off?
like it.
So it's a spin-off.
It's
It's
both.
Naruto's son.
Oh.
And Naruto's in it. But he's an
Naruto's
adult.
even in the title.
Yeah.
It's Naruto Next Generations.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's all the people that you've pretty much watched during the Chunin Exams, but as adults. But it's not about their story. It's about their kids' stories.
Interesting. Do you watch it too, or?
I do, but then there's a lot of fillers.
Okay.
And so I've like, every few months I would like catch up on the manga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so that's what happens. Cool.
How about you, Kevin? Any last thoughts on the topic?
I love Naruto. That's pretty much
I
it.
mean,
That's
it's
all I gotta
evident.
say.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Hannah, do you have anything that you would like to say? You have to walk over
Whoa,
here.
here she comes.
All right.
No.
All right.
I mean, I can talk.
Yeah. What do you want to
I'm here. Been here the whole time, and I don't get to podcast with you.
You chose to do that.
No, the technology chose for me to do that. Is how that worked. I was thinking about how you like learned martial arts and imagined yourself in the Naruto universe, and I had a very like painful visceral flashback to learning martial arts because I wanted to be a waterbender from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes.
Like learning martial arts, I was like, I just imagined like moving the elements.
Yeah.
I was very like in my head, like it was very real to me in my head. Like this is the reason as a 10-year-old or whatever that I'm doing this right now is to like, I want to look like that animated TV show. The Katara. Yeah, I don't know. That
do have
struck
to
me.
say,
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
me too.
I haven't done Avatar yet, but we are going to be doing it soon. Don't worry.
Oh my God,
But probably
please.
not. But
Yeah,
probably
the
not Batman.
15th anniversary just happened.
But I do want to say, like, even just watching the few things I've seen in Avatar, I do kind of have an interest in taking, like, maybe like Tai Chi or something like that.
Yeah,
It
me
seems
too.
super peaceful and super, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like super interested in going into martial arts. What do you still do it or?
No.
No.
I've been wanting to. I stopped when I was 15 when I got my black belt.
Gotcha.
I'm done.
Yeah,
You're like, I won martial arts and I can leave now.
Same experience. I
Yeah.
got my black belt and I was like in high school.
There's
I was
nowhere
like,
else
okay,
to go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm good now. But I have been like wanting to get back into it.
Yeah.
Should we all just take Tai Chi classes?
No, I want to do like a violent one.
Yeah, I want.
Yeah, I want to like strike someone. You
I
know
want
what I mean?
to like learn wushu. You know, like,
Yeah.
that's what I want to learn.
Those studios are like hard to find here.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. Like when I was looking into all the different kinds that you could get into, I was like, some things are just hard to find, and then
Yeah.
it's like incredibly male dominated, which is a
Yeah.
little bit weird for me.
Same.
But yeah, I don't
Have
know.
you seen Shotokan karate? That's like very woman heavy.
No,
really cool.
Please send me a
Oh.
link.
Yes, Shotokan karate. I took a little bit of it and like, but it's like it's very woman oriented.
Is that what the Kyoshi Warriors do?
What
So
if?
badass.
Well,
What
because
if?
supposedly like when like the male went to war, they would have like females would be like the ones to like defend the city when they were gone. So they came up with Shotokan.
So very Kyoshi warrior.
I love that.
Kyoshi.
That's
Right.
badass.
All right. Well,
All right.
that's my minute.
Okay,
Let's all get buff and fight and stuff.
Before we go to our last round, Kevin, do you want to let our audience know about any upcoming projects you got going on, or like if you want to let us know like when can we expect to see like Blue Suit?
Yeah, well, Blue Suit currently is wrapping up its production, and we are submitting it to a bunch of film festivals. So hopefully it gets to a festival near you. And then any new projects I have in the pipeline, I actually started writing again the other day. So I have a few
Nice.
scripts, and hopefully by the end of the year, they'll come into fruition. But yeah, stay tuned. Is this where I can like plug
You
my
can
socials?
plug.
Okay, yeah.
You'll get a chance to do it again, but like start doing it.
I mean, if you want to just like follow my journey and everything, just like follow me on Instagram. I am Kevin J Nguyen _ because the other one got taken. But on Twitter, it is not that. It is Kevin J Nguyen, no underscore.
Yeah, I just didn't know until recently there was a lot of Kevin Nguyen's.
Yeah, it's become a meme. I'm not really a fan of it.
I think I've actually seen some of those memes.
Yes.
All right, well, we're gonna jump into our.
Final round.
So we're going to go ahead and turn the tables on you and ask you guys you, Kevin, a few
Yikes.
questions. Before we begin, what are our scores?
14-5.
All right, well, I'm going to go first because I am clearly way behind. So which is not an inner gate? Serving, limit, view. And I know it must have been lost in translation, so I apologize if I made this question
It's like, oh, actually, in the Korean translation.
Is it view?
No, view is it's serving. Serving's not an inner gate.
Okay, that
so
was my
limit and
View
view
is the same one as joy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Okay. Hopefully this went around in all translations, but during the 10-10 fight, they kind of, I think Guy Sensei kind of does like a pun off of her name. Do you recall that pun?
Oh, jeez. I remember it, but I don't know how to articulate it.
Do you want to just like try to just?
Not at all.
All right, so her name is 10-10.
Yeah.
She hits her target 10 out of 10 times.
That was it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Okay.
All right. How many teams started the Chunin Exams?
Specifically in this. I
think like in the actual Chunin, because they mentioned it, like someone actually said it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But like it's not specifically in this round.
Oh God, you guys are coming for me.
Or here's an alternate. Like if you don't get this one, how many people started in the second round?
In the Forest of Death?
No, or sorry, maybe in this preliminary. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they also said it out loud, I believe.
Well, okay. Let me.
It was like the first episode you had us watch where like they list off.
Just counting on fingers right now, you guys.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Love it.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll even give you like a range of like 3.
Yeah,
Don't
there's
go easy on me.
there
I
were
didn't get any questions.
21, right? There were
You were
21?
close. It was 20. Because he
Kabuto
dropped off.
Kabuto dropped.
But you know what? I'm gonna give
it started with 21. and then he dropped.
Granted, there were 21 that went into the preliminary,
and then
he dropped
when they
out.
actually started, he dropped out.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder what his story's like. That's
Oh, you'll find out.
He's like, because all I gotten from him is like, oh, he seems like some kind of spy that's trying to kill Sasuke or something like that.
You're not far off.
Okay, great. I got that. Ish.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, Sasuke has the curse mark. People who receive the curse mark has what chance of survival?
This is specific, so specific. don't know, 10%.
That's exactly correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, because I don't think it was actually in the episode you guys watched, but it was definitely around the time he got it.
Yeah.
Where it's either Anko or
Anko is like, he shouldn't be alive right now.
Or even Orochimaru is like, during his experiments, like, only like 1 in 10 would survive.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short on those very specific questions.
I'm not good with numbers.
All right. Well, my last question. Okay, I have like 2 choices. There's one that's I feel like you're gonna get anyway, and there's one that like I don't even know if I even answered it correctly myself.
Ooh.
So if this first question doesn't work out, we'll just move on to the second question.
Okay.
Which 2 tribes were left at the end of the second round?
Clans?
Yeah, sure. The clans.
Wait.
I'm thinking like
Clans as
Avatar
in,
now.
Like bloodlines or like do you mean like villages?
Like the headband thingies?
Okay, so like
Villages.
From villages.
Villages, sure.
Okay. And the question was how many?
How many were left? Or which ones?
3?
I got 2. I wrote down sand, and I also wrote down fire for some reason.
Fire is the same as leaf, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's
It
also sound.
There was one.
There's
right.
one sound
There
guy.
was no
Two.
sound guy, right?
No, there's one sound guy.
Oh, so you're right.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
He was the one that beat Choji.
Yeah.
Right.
those
Okay.
two.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know why I missed that, but oh well.
He was
I like their
kinda under the
headband
radar.
though. The headband
Yeah.
is like the little music note.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Okay. What after so there's the primary Lotus and then there's the Naruto Barrage. What was Sasuke's version of it?
Lion's Barrage.
Lion's Barrage. I always thought that sounded super cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, that was our last round. Ish, what are our final scores? Even though I pretty much know how this outcome is right now.
I don't know, I kind of stopped paying attention the last round, but
You know, you just won. It's fine. Congratulations. All right. Well, thank you again, Kevin, for coming in. I had a really good time, like not only in this episode, but like also watching Naruto, like Naruto.
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 I think it was troublesome because I think sometimes in the English translation, I think they would say Naruto.
They say it that way.
Yeah.
Well, only some characters.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, like I had a good time like watching this show, and I'm glad that like we were able to. Actually got to watch it and get some of the references finally. But once again, if anyone wants to try to find you anywhere other than typing Kevin J. Nguyen on YouTube and finding your BuzzFeed videos,
Don't do that.
how can they follow you on social media?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at KevinJNGUYEN _ and then on Twitter, KevinJNGUYEN, no underscore. And if you want to check out my website, it's KJNGUYEN.com.
Is that how they can find information on Blue Suit as well?
Yes, go on any of those avenues to find more about Blue Suit or my future projects.
Awesome. We're looking forward to those.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you again for coming on in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. And you're listening to GKO, the Geek Trivia Podcast. Please check out our past levels on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and a million other sites. You can find us pretty much everywhere except for Stitcher
Or Neopets.
or Neopets. If there is a Neopets, do they still exist?
I don't think so.
No.
That's why you can't find them there.
Oh.
You can still log in.
But please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You could also follow us under the handle GKO Podcast in Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube, where we're posting new content. So check those out. If you want to email us at host@gkopodcast.com. And you can also find us on the web at gkopodcast.com. We are actually currently recording in Hannah's house, so thank you very much to the Mirage residents. But usually we are
Gamma Base.
Gamma Base, but we are usually recording in Wayland Production, an award-winning production company for short films, documentaries, and audio dramas. Please check them out at wayland.ws and support the audio and visual arts. Special thanks goes out again to Kevin J. Nguyen, producer Hannah Mirage, Jason and Alex Gallett, our composer of our theme song, Marley Rosner. On Twitter and Instagram, I'm at Jostin, and JAAHSTEN.
I am Joke Necromancer.
And I'm Hannah. I am.
You can find me at Miraz Hannah on Twitter and Instagram.
Our next episode is on.
Movies from Star Trek VOS.
And until next time, we'll see you on
Geek KO!